When she first said those words, I froze. We were at a party, surrounded by her friends, when she casually dropped the sentence loud enough for everyone to hear. My ex was better than you. The room erupted with laughter. Some chuckled awkwardly. Others laughed without holding back. And in that moment, I felt my pride shatter. She stood there, smirking, relishing the public humiliation she had thrown my way. That night, I didn't argue. I didn't defend myself. I simply smiled faintly and tucked every second of that pain deep inside. I had always treated her with respect. I supported her dreams, helped her financially, even distanced myself from friends who didn't like her. But that day, I realized something painful. She never truly valued me. To her, I was just a toy, someone to mock and entertain her circle. I didn't show my anger. Instead, I played the part of a calm, quiet fool. That only made her more confident. She thought she had broken me. The next day, she acted like nothing happened. She asked me to pick her up from work, take her shopping, buy her a new phone. I did everything she asked, hiding my true feelings behind a mask. She thought I was still under her spell. But deep down, I was planning something she'd never forget. My revenge wasn't going to be loud. It would be quiet, patient, devastating. I started digging into her life. I knew she had secrets, things she assumed I'd never find out. With a little effort, I discovered the truth. She was secretly meeting her better ex, the same one she compared me to. Not only meeting him, begging him to take her back. The irony made me laugh. The same woman who publicly mocked me was privately pleading with someone who had already thrown her away. But I didn't confront her. I turned her own game against her. I began collecting proof, screenshots of messages, photos of her sneaking around, even recordings of her late-night phone calls when she thought I was asleep. Every piece of evidence became part of a puzzle, one I would use to dismantle the image she had built. Meanwhile, I became more loving than ever. I bought her gifts, took her out, and made her believe I was still blindly devoted. She bragged to her friends about how obsessed I was, how I still worshipped her after everything. Every time she mocked me, I smiled, because I knew the fall was coming. Then the perfect moment arrived. She invited me to another gathering with her friends, the same group that had once laughed at my humiliation. I came prepared. As always, I played the role. Sweet, quiet, polite. But when the room was relaxed, I connected my phone to the speakers and pressed play. Her voice filled the room. You're the only man who ever satisfied me. My current boyfriend is nothing compared to you. Silence. Her face turned pale. The friends who once laughed at me now stared at her in shock. Some gasped. Others whispered. Then I shared the screenshots, messages, photos, everything on the TV I had discreetly synced in advance. She lunged for my phone. Too late. Everyone had seen the truth. The queen who once mocked me was now the clown of her own kingdom. She broke down, crying, begging me to stop. But I wasn't finished. I looked at her calmly and said, You once said your ex was better than me. Maybe you should run back to him, but take your shame with you. And I walked away. The fallout was brutal. Word spread quickly. Her friends cut ties. Her ex wanted nothing to do with her. Her reputation collapsed. The attention she once thrived on turned to ridicule. She became gossip. A fallen queen with no one left to defend her. She tried to reach me. Calls. Texts. She even showed up at my workplace crying, apologizing. But I had nothing left to give. My silence became the sharpest weapon of all. She chose mockery over respect. Now she was paying the price. Weeks passed. I rebuilt my life without her shadow. I focused on my career, reconnected with old friends, found peace. People who once pitted me now respected me for how I handled it all with dignity and calm. Meanwhile, she spiraled. Isolated. Blocked by her ex, rejected by friends. Every new person she tried to impress eventually learned about the truth. She lost everything. Not because I ruined her, but because I simply revealed who she really was. That was the sweetest part. I didn't need to scream. I didn't need to fight. I let the truth speak louder than her lies. She thought humiliating me was a game. She never expected that my silent revenge would end it forever. In the end, I walked away with my dignity. She was left behind, broken, in the ruins of her own arrogance.